Hey, so it's 2020. What even? Yeah, I just feel like God is saying, hey, share some of your visions and declarations for last year, and then yeah, just encourage you guys to go after the vision from the Lord for you this year to start out strong and to just really go after God's heart. And so yeah, it's pretty personal, but I just feel like God's like, hey, share some of that and then encourage people. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, one of the top declarations that I have for 2019 was, I will see revival happen daily. And did I see it daily? Nah, more weekly, sometimes monthly, but I mean, that's the heart, right? And that's like the seed that was planted in my heart. Like, I will see revival happen daily. And I continue to believe that. And that pulls over and pours over into my 2020 declarations and visions. And then I wrote out, I'll walk in my calling and destiny on a new level. And that totally happened. Like, my first time really preaching the gospel, like, in like formal settings besides like evangelizing, like my first time like really preaching was last year, and I tallied 14 times, and like that was God using me on a different level. um, yeah, to just call out and pull on hearts. And so that was awesome. And then I wrote down, I will see blind eyes open. And did I see it physically? No. But spiritually, oh, 100%. But I'm still pressing in, and that, again, that flows over into my vision for 2020. Like, I want to see blind eyes open. I will see them. And so I'm writing these things out, and then I'm keeping them in my heart, believing and declaring it for this year. And then I wrote down, I will see masses of salvations. Now, did I see them all the time? No, but I did see a lot. I did see a lot, evangelizing and in church settings, even with the youth kids, right? Like, I love that God would speak clearly, and He would pick us, right? He would choose us to release His heart, to speak His heart, and then have people walk with Him for an eternity, right? We get to be the ones that instill eternity into people's hearts and lives. It's amazing. We get to be eternal changers. That's awesome. Um, I wrote down, I'll write 10 songs and release my first CD. Yeah, that didn't happen. I got one song down. Now, did I write 10? No, I probably wrote like 3. But it's in my heart, right? And then that pulls over into my 2020 vision, right? I totally want to, and I'd love to release a CD, but every song costs a lot of money, $340 or something like that. And so it's just time, writing, money, but that's still in my heart, and I'm rehearsing those things, right? And then I wrote down, I'll buy a fourplex or another investment. Did I? No. I want to, yes, but it's in my heart. I'm rehearsing it. I'm reminding myself of it. And then I wrote out, I'll watch the youth get free from the powers of darkness. And that's happening, right? Like, I'm still seeing it. And like, I just look at some of my youth girls and my heart just explodes with joy because God is so good and He's so faithful to honor our requests for prayer, and to watch the powers of darkness just get shook up and released, and broken off. And then I wrote out, I'll push the youth into their destiny and prophesy into their hearts and dreams. And I'm seeing that, like, and I still get to, and what a privilege and what an honor to prophesy into kids' hearts and their dreams, because they're going to lead the next generation after us. One day we're going to be gone, and we get to declare life over them now and watch them move in power. And then I wrote out, I'll learn praise dance. And, it's one of those things, I love dancing so much. Like, I really do. Like, internally, I'm like, ah! I freak out when I get to, like, just dance a little bit. One of my youth girls goes, when you can't dance, you die a little inside. And I'm like, you're right! But yeah, it's one of those things where I'd love to, pursue some training and, just learn, like, how do you do this thing right? Like, I don't know. I took a dance class with Judy. I can't remember her last name. Mandeville at Whitworth many years ago, and that helped set the foundation. It was a 1 credit class, but I mean, I'd love to have some more of that. So, it's a time component of sitting down and learning and getting trained, but I'd love that, And then again, that pours over into 2020, and then I wrote out, just some small things like I'll learn proficiency in Spanish or Portuguese, and gosh, I'd love to go to Brazil and be able to minister there, like even just on the streets in Brazil, and be able to speak like Portuguese, like just minister to their hearts, like so that's a dream. We'll see, and if it doesn't happen in 2020, then it'll pour over into the next year, right? And so I would just encourage you to write out your visions, make it plain, and then go after God's heart. He's so fun. He lights me up. And I mean, there's ministry events happening. They're coming up. We just had a worship night, and then it started in worship, and then it flowed over from worship to then like prophecy, and then to healing, and then again back to worship, and then to the heart of God, and then activation. And it was so much more than just a worship service, which I love Jesus so much that he loves to meet with us, and he loves to encounter us, and we have the greatest privilege of partnering with God's heart and ministering to him first, and then ministering to other people second. Like, what an honor. Get ready. There's a couple worship nights happening at Victory Faith, and it's on the 10th and 17th, and then there's the Encounter, which is at Revival Culture, happening on the 18th and 19th, and it's just gonna be powerful. I'm so excited. So get excited about 2020. Write out those declarations, keep them in your heart, and then pursue God's presence above everything else. All right, be blessed. Take care. See you later, guys. Bye.